similar pages with some different variations in their parameters in URL. So my
So
all of
one thing, like I'll just give out a small invite to everyone. There seem to be a few people watching.
okay.
So hello everyone. Welcome to English and Hindi Webmaster Central Office Hours Hangouts. So Syed and I from the Google Search team in Hyderabad, search quality team in Hyderabad. So we generally take these Hangouts once a month. So if you have any questions, please add them to the Q&A app, or you can just add them to the event page. We'll take all the questions in the previous added in the previous event. Thanks. So Ramesh, carry on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like we have this our e-commerce website. So basically, all of our product pages having duplicate pages. You can say
Okay.
we have one page, and this with this we have this filter pages as well for this. Many times we have this sorting options, and at times we have the view all pages. So we have set up canonical to all of our product pages that is pointing to one URL. But still, Google crawls are all variations of URLs and indexing them on the Google. So basically, is this something like we need to worry about, or is this something like it hamper our rankings in terms of product pages?
Okay. So you're saying you have like say you have four product pages for the same product, and Google's indexing all of them and serving all of them on search.
Yes, exactly.
So one Google shouldn't be. We generally will try and not do that because we prefer having only one canonical page. So as you said, the correct canonical, it shouldn't happen. So, but even if it does, it's not like it's not a big issue for the ranking of your canonical page. It just means that there are other pages that are ranking that shouldn't be ranking, right? And secondly, you can use URL parameters in Webmaster Tools to eliminate all the URLs that you think are just duplicates of other pages on your site. Say URLs that are created by session IDs and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we are already doing this thing. I mean, like we have already obtained this for this thing URL parameter. We have
Okay.
already blocked certain this. I mean, say you can say a sort. Sort is the one of my parameter. So I block them. It's like URL parameter under Webmaster Tool, but still it's get in max. So that is one of our reasons. I mean, like concern for a company. It's like for me, it's like millions of products, and then it's have like 4 or 5 pages of each product. So it says like 5 million for just like for the 1 million pages. So that is something like, and also our product pages are not doing well in search. So this might be one of the issue that why we are not ranking well for the product pages.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much about these duplicate pages, Ramesh. So
Yeah.
basically, as Asif has mentioned, when we pick canonical URLs from the bunch of URLs, usually the other URLs will drop out of the search results. But it may take some time for that thing to like reflect in our search results if we have implemented these recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just we do prefer you to pick only one URL that the correct the URL that's being pointed to as a rel canonical by you, and if the other URLs are redirecting to a certain page. And there are other things like nice looking URLs and URL that has the most like a particular URL is being redirected from the other URLs. That's the one we generally pick. So
So this is something like we
really
cannot
be all we shouldn't really be indexing all the duplicate URLs. So I mean, you can just file a question in our forum so we can take a closer look at it.
yeah, this thing has already placed on my request on like product forum, and it's like I've been answered by some of their members, but they're also saying the same thing. I mean, like given some time, it will Google will it's like index the all of the supplementary pages, and you will get rank only for the one version. So
Yeah,
that is the answer I got from there. I mean, like I just wanted to confirm with you guys as well.
yeah.
So that's the whole case.
Yeah, that's very true actually.
Okay, fine.
So we'll take the questions from the previous event. So so I think John asked a question on HTTPS. So is it John?
So
So John asked a question on links to your site data. So it's basically he has HTTPS version HTTPS www as the canonical version, and there are three other versions: HTTP, HTTP www, and HTTPS without a www. And he has verified all four of the uh, versions of his site in Webmaster Tools. But his concern is basically that links to your site data is not showing links from certain websites that have
This
been
sorting
crawled
option
and
and
shown by Bing.
responsive
Sorry, that have been crawled by Bing and have been shown for a little while. So the answer is basically that links to your site data, it contains a random sample of about 1,000 links. So it need not necessarily be all the links that are linking to your site are not necessarily shown in the master tools. So we just show a random sample of 1,000 links. But if you have a reconsideration request, it's generally sufficient in most cases to go through the links in your links to your site section and clean them up if you have to submit a reconsideration request for a linking issue. So,
Yeah,
any
you
live
move on.
questions, Ramesh?
Yes, I have a few more questions. It's like one of the questions is it's like that is something like content quality. That is we or again we have this again I'm putting this question on behalf of my company itself. So we have this e-commerce websites and we are optimizing for our products. So basically one of our concern is like the content of for our product pages. Basically we don't have much content on our product pages. So what is the best strategy we can actually to look for, I mean, like to optimize our product pages? I mean, like what areas we need to improve in terms of putting content and what kind of content will work for our product pages?
Yeah, right. So, Ramesh, I think when it comes to product pages like these, where you wouldn't have a lot of content to write about each and every product, I think, I personally wouldn't worry about stuffing in some content for each and every product page that I have. What you could do is like provide, if you have images for that product, right? You
Okay.
provide those images on the pages, and then you provide, like, make sure that Google is able to crawl those pages by providing captions, if that is possible, or giving all text and doing these kind of things with images. And also try to see that you have a very specific title regarding that. I mean, about which describes that product, right? Title of the page, and then if you can do the same thing with your URL. So whatever things you have that you can optimize, I think doing that should be good enough.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll take other questions in the Q&A section. So
Yeah. So Ramesh, I think you had another question which is about links. So you wrote, if links are so important for Google to discover new pages, relevancy and for ranking pages, what Google recommend on how to build links for your site? Okay, so it is basically about, okay, how do I go about building good and valuable links for my site? So first of all, I think as we understand, I mean, links are basically votes or citations given by others to you, right? So if you have written a
Yeah.
great article and some other person likes and wants to share it with their users, they will probably link to your article on their website, right? Because they found some value in your content and they want to share it with their audience. So that is how the natural linking happens. So I think if you go to the core of that and see, I mean, if you have to like naturally build good and valuable links, then I think you should focus on your content and see like how you can make it like more appealing, right, to users, and how you can use social media channels and stuff like that to to um, encourage people to share your content with others or discuss about your content and things like that. So it again goes back to like what kind of content you develop, what kind of audience you develop, and what kind of uh, traffic you build to your website and your product or whatever you have, right? So
Okay. So just interrupting you. I mean, like we have this e-commerce website. So what is
mhm.
that like? How we can actually create some enticing content, appealing content, so that So that can be shared with our audience, maybe our customers. So we have the social channels. We are keep on sharing things, but we are not getting any benefit on it's like on the SEO, or maybe you could say on a
Right.
ranking terms. So how we
Right.
can improve that?
So we see a lot of people who run e-commerce website. What we see is they engage with their customers on social media platforms, right?
Yeah.
And some of these websites also run some blogs parallelly where they describe about, I mean, talk about their products and probably do some researches and things like that. So they try to engage their users in different manners using their blog and using their social media platforms, etc., etc. So I think you will have to come up with some creative ideas how you can engage your audience so that they, I mean, it not only helps you in search engine rankings, but also you become popular as a brand, and that will also help in your eventual growth of your business, I believe. So that is the way. If you're thinking of other means of building links, like probably putting how like normally black hat spammers would try to generate links, right? I would
Yeah.
definitely not recommend that because that is not a long-term strategy, and that is definitely going to hurt you in the long run.
Okay. Thank you.
You have a
So,
comment?
It's okay. I mean, like we are already working on these areas. We are already working on the blogs things. We are creating content. We are doing infographics. So we are trying to engage people as much as possible. So let's see. We are just already rolling out this plan. So let's see how it works. So we are just looking forward to this thing.
Right, great. So yeah, I agree that it is not very easy for you to get a whole bunch of good quality links in a short period of time, and I think
Yeah.
that is how it works, and that is how it should work as well. Right? So if you focus on your users and try to build your brand and stuff like that, I think it will be really helpful for your business in the long run.
of course, I mean, if
So
you have like it sometimes depends on your content also, right? If you have a very popular product, then you'll have a lot of people suddenly linking to you.
Right.
So in that way, like if your content and products are great, then you have a whole bunch of people suddenly linking to you. And of course, even if that's not really the case, you could always spend lot of effort via social media and writing articles about your site and publishing them in other posts. I mean, of course, you shouldn't be linking back to your site because again, that would be under. In most cases, it's generally abuse, so we don't really look at that favorably. But you can always promote your site with content uh, on other sites. You can just publicize your site.
One other important thing I would also like to remind is that, again, links and page rank as such is just one of the more than 200 factors we use for ranking. So just
yeah.
having a lot of links doesn't mean that you automatically start to rank higher, in search results. And ultimately, I think what you should be aiming is for the conversion. And so there are a whole lot of things that you can do beyond just focusing on or worrying about developing links to actually build your business. And that would definitely, I mean, once you build that kind of authority on the internet, that will definitely reflect in the search results.
All right. All right. We will work on this thing.
Great,
Surely. Thank you.
great.
Thanks for joining. Okay, I will take another question from Mars. So, just an announcement for the guys who are watching. We take questions in Hindi also. So, Syed, you want to say something?
Yes, definitely. अगर आपको कोई सवाल हैं जो आप हिंदी में पूछना चाहते हैं या हिंदी में जवाब चाहते हैं तो आप जरूर पूछ सकते हैं.
We'll take questions.
Right, Amit, do you have any question?
Hey guys,
Sorry, can you unmute yourself, Syed, by mistake?
yeah, sir, can you listen to me now?
Yes, please.
So hi, I had a question regarding this Google Plus pages verification. Earlier there was a system where we could get the pages verified, and recently I'm not able to find the exact link. Is it like actually stopped by Google verifying the business pages, or is there something else we need to look into?
So, as far as I understand, Google Plus verification, it's done automatically by the team itself. So I don't think there's anything that you can do by yourself. But again, I'm not the best person. We are not really the best person to answer these questions, because Google Plus has their own support group. And,
Okay. And second question is like, how do you value or the weight the links through YouTube? So if we are creating videos related to the content which is posted on the websites, how much is the weightage? Do you think is there any weightage actually given to the videos?
You mean if you are creating videos and putting on your websites, would it have any special weightage in ranking?
No, I create a video which is related to the article which is on the website. Now, the video would actually link to the article,
yeah.
and let's say the video gets famous. So, does it actually mean that it's going to pass on some value to the article, saying that okay, since this is a famous video, probably this article which is linked to it should also be given some more weightage or should be ranking better?
So if the video is talking about the article, then like you'll obviously have a lot of traffic from users, because they'll get to know that this article is the one that.
That is the traffic point of view. Yes, that is not an SEO question, right? So in terms of SEO, like, is it going to pass any value or is it going to pass any link juice? Since it's anyway no follow, but still, is it going to give some kind of weightage? The same way like we expect from Google Plus or Twitter.
So as far as I understand, if you have a link within a video, we will not be able to crawl or identify that link from within a video, right? We won't be able to pick that link from within a video.
I mean to say the description area of the video.
Right, absolutely. Now, if you have posted that video on several other websites and you have a link back to your description, right, it will be treated just like any other link on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So yeah, if so, it has nothing to do with the video now, but it is just a link that is posted on other pages that is pointing. So it will be treated accordingly how other links are treated.
But if it gets popular, and obviously that link will be multiple people will be linking to that particular page, then automatically you will get a better ranking for that, because if people will be searching for that page and they would expect to find your article, and Google will be like, it's our job to provide your article as one of the top search results, because that's what people are looking for.
Okay, and the final question of the day, we have been using this Pingdom tool to check out the speed of the web pages. So, are there any official tools from Google which I could just refer and check out the speed test of the blog posts or the blog pages? And then, are there any tools from Google which would help us in implementing better ways to quickly load the web pages?
Okay, your voice is kind of flaky, so I'll try to rephrase what you have said. You're basically asking if there is an official Google tool that can help you test the page speed.
Exactly.
Right. So we do have a tool, right, called Page Speed
Insights. Page Speed
Yes.
Insights. You can access that tool under developers.google.com.
Okay.
That's Webmasters.
If you just search for Google Page Speed,
Insights.
you should. Yes.
Page Speed Insights.
Okay. Fine. Sure. Sure. Thank you.
Great. So Ramesh had another question. He had asked how Google understand whether the page content is relevant or not. What signals help in understanding page content? Well, so this is a very, broad question. There are a lot of signals that we actually use. Some things that you as a webmaster can do to help Google understand of your page is like try to use relevant keywords on your pages, and try to optimize your titles and description of the pages. Try to make them as much relevant as possible to the content, right? And when you're writing the content, try to step into the user's shoes and think, okay, what are the keywords that user would type in if the user is searching for the content that I am writing, right? That content. So try to incorporate those kind of keywords. And of course, you should not be going overboard in using those keywords. Just like, some people like just try to stuff those keywords in their pages and believe that they will rank better. That is not going to happen. The ultimate goal of yours should be to provide content that is very engaging to your users, and users would want to like actually come back to your website and read more. So your focus should be on that. And I think when your focus is on the users, and if you think about it, what Google also wants is like Google wants to provide the best possible and the most relevant results for any given query, right? So if you are providing the best possible content for your niche, and then your goal is matching with that of Google's goal, So Google will definitely love your website and rank it. So I think if you put a focus on your users and follow the few guidelines that we have, how to optimize your content, like we have the SEO starter guide. You can go through that, or we have something called Webmaster, and there are a lot of articles in our Webmaster Help Center as well. If you follow those things, that should be a good strategy, I believe.
All right, so just adding here another question with this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to ask, I mean, like when you're saying you have to think like the user, what might they searching for? So
Right.
exactly, I want to know that like my user might be having intent of buying something, but
Mm-hmm.
they might be intent of having just to seek the information on the website. So when we are actually optimizing those pages, for example, let's say again, I'm just talking about this one of the product page. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say I'm optimizing one page. So my user's intent should be like they might be looking for the product, they might be comparison the prices, and yes, again the what is that budget they have, and this might be like how soon we can actually deliver product to them. So these are the information that users might be looking for when they are actually going to buy something online. So how do we should we go as in to optimize our pages in terms of, you can say, title tags, because you have this limitations of, you can say, 65 or maybe 70 characters on the title tags. So I cannot target everything in, say, this 17 characters tag, because I have to fulfill every intent that user might be having. So to target those things, I mean, like how can actually we should go and optimize our basically this important areas, like you can say the title or maybe the snippet of the page. So how we can go with this thing?
Yeah, so I believe what you're trying to say is there are a lot of target audience that you have that you're trying to target with a single page,
Yeah, exactly.
and it would be very difficult to do that. And I totally agree with you. I mean, it would be very difficult to target a lot of different types of audience within a single page, right?
Yeah.
So I think what you should be focusing on, like targeting few types of audience and providing them the best that you can. I think that will help you in your conversions as well. So if you are trying to spread your content too thin and trying to appease like all types of audience, that is a very difficult place to be in to make it work, right? So I personally wouldn't try to do that. I would basically try to identify my target audience, right? And then try to develop content which satisfies them, rather going for like a generic type of content which using which I try to like appease everyone that comes to my website.
Okay.
And if you do feel that you have expertise to provide content for a lot of variety of your audience, then you should have more than one resource.
All right. So is it okay? I mean, like, for example, I'm just targeting one of my mobile phone. You can say Samsung Galaxy X5. So let's suppose I'm wanting to get rank for maybe when somebody's searching for the price of that mobile phone. So how we should go forward? I mean, like we just say Samsung Galaxy S5 prices, or maybe we'll compare and buy online. Something like this. Basically, this will fulfill the intent of the user. I mean, like if they are actually looking for the price, they wanted to compare things and they wanted to buy. So I guess this thing is fulfilling their intent. That is, I assume. I mean, like this is how we are doing it.
Okay, I'm really sorry. Your voice was not very clear. Let me paraphrase what you said. You're saying basically to target the people who are looking for prices, you're
Yeah.
using keywords which includes price and terms like buy, etc., etc. Is that what?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So see, I personally, I as a user, when I'm looking for prices, right? If I want a price for a Samsung mobile, some version in India, then I would want a website that provides me a list of prices from various websites, basically comparison websites. I would like that kind of a website, right? So
No,
of
we are
course, I
not
mean,
that comparison. We are
absolutely,
actually
absolutely.
not the
So what?
comparison website.
Right. So I think the best content for a person who is looking for comparing prices within a certain market is a comparison website. So maybe you should go back and see, okay, if you don't have a comparison engine and stuff like that, maybe that is not your target audience then, right? Maybe there is something else that you can do in a much better manner than trying to grab people who are actually trying to compare prices online when you can't provide that service.
So my question is like when you go for the, I mean, like you want to buy something, you obviously going to review thing. I mean, like which company or maybe the which website is selling me the lowest prices, maybe what is it that
Right.
I'm getting any kind of discount, then
Right.
there might be chances of converting is much higher. So
Right.
that is the case.
Right. So, do you have reviews on your website?
Yes, we do have.
And you're targeting people who are looking for reviews.
Yes,
That's
reviews.
fair enough. Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't see any problem there.
Okay, but our product pages are not doing well. Basically, our homepage, you can say, our category pages, you say, or our brand pages, you say, they are all doing good. It's just our product pages; those are not performing well. I mean, I don't know why. It's not in first page, second page. It's mostly fall in third, fourth, and fifth pages. So that is I fail to understand. I mean, like what we are doing wrong. I mean, like we are doing optimizing these pages as what users are looking for, but still we are not getting at that much of results from Google.
Okay, so you mean to say rest of the website is doing well, but just the content page, product pages are not ranking well, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I mean we will have to take a look at your website to see what is going wrong and things like that. And you are the best person to do that basically. So try to go back and see like if you have implemented all the basic SEO stuff correctly on your pages, and if you have
Yes. Yes,
made
we have already done. It's like the basic. I mean, just whatever
right.
Google is providing the guidelines, we have done this everything. I mean,
Right. One of the side points is probably you can also focus if your other pages are doing well. Probably you can also try to see and build a funnel from where you can actually funnel your users from other pages to your product pages and convert them into customers. Right. This is also other thing that you should look at.
okay, fine. Okay, we'll check this thing.
Okay. Great. Okay. Another question was asked by Ravi. I don't know if he's watching us. So his question was, blog on subdomain is okay to feed new content to website? If yes, then what it should be like? blog.xyz.com or xyz.blog.com? Okay, from a SEO point of view, from a ranking perspective, I don't really see a big difference between having your blog on a subdomain or a subdirectory. I think it is more about your convenience of managing your website, right? How you prefer to manage it, how it is easy for you to manage it. I think you should go by that preference. From SEO perspective, there is not much difference in both these URLs. Okay. Do we have any live questions, by the way?
No.
Okay. Okay. What if the website is for small business and we can put new content on it on regular basis? How it will rank in search engine? Again, you see, you don't have to force yourself to generate some content on a regular basis when you don't have the resources or your website is not that type, right? And Google is very good at understanding various types of content. So if you have a website that does not require changes frequently, then I think you're good at it. I mean, probably if you make sure that whatever you are providing at the best possible quality that you can. And of course, if you are investing in other places like creating your presence on different social media platforms, engaging with your customers and things like that, overall, I think that should help your business. And
is it relevant to create links today, or should I focus on content on my website? So again, this follows into all the advice that was given previously. So you generally you start out your website, you just write about, if your website is about textiles, you write probably you create some product pages about the products you're offering, you write content on them. And then you spend some effort in publicizing that content, however, through some popular directories or social media or Twitter and whatever. And then automatically, like, as you keep getting requests from clients, and other people will link to you, and like relevant blogs will probably talk about like textiles or whatever, and that it will take some time, but you'll slowly build links that way. But if you try and just throw up whatever content and just try and like build links where maybe like writing articles and posting them on thousands of these low quality article websites, then like that's not really the correct way to do it, and you'll probably be there'll be some sort of manual action, or Google will take an action on your site, and that could be bad. So it's preferable to just create good content and publicize it, make some effort on getting people to know about your content, and then links will automatically come.
Okay, a question from Enrico. He says, are low quality links automatically ignored by Google? If so, can you give us example of links that are ignored by default? Okay, so well, different links are treated differently. So, say for example, I mean, if you understand how basically PageRank works, is it works on primarily two things: the number of links that you have and the quality of those links, right? And this is algorithmically decided what links are of what quality and things like that. So, yes, of course, if we see links coming from very low quality pages, we may not treat them similar to how we would treat a link coming from a very reputed website. So yes, it is true. I don't have a specific examples as of now to as of like what links would be like of low quality, but generally just imagine there is a website which is like absolutely low quality or just made for AdSense, right? Providing no value add or very little content or very generic content, and links coming from those types of websites. Of course, the website, if it is not of great quality, then we can't expect it to link to great websites as well. So that is how generally we look at it. Okay, so I think we have almost covered all the questions that were posted in this Q&A app in Hangout.
All right. So before finishing it, I mean, like, I would like to ask one more question. That is something like duplicate content within a website. I mean, like, we have this product pages. That is sometimes we have these color variations, or maybe something within the same model with some colors options, or maybe something like size option. So how we should tackle this thing? I mean, like, how we can actually resolve such problems to avoid duplicate issues, or maybe when Google start indexing everything, they will found like they have similar pages. It's just that the page title is a different thing. Rest of the things are the same. So how we can actually uh, find solution for this thing?
So you mean to say if you have a product and you have, say for example, 5 color variations of the same product that you're selling,
Yeah.
would that be perceived as duplicate content?
Yes.
Right? So it generally wouldn't, because Google is good at understanding product pages, and when it knows it's a product page, it is expected that some of the products may have variations. One thing you can do to help is like probably try to have unique names and all tags for all your images. That will definitely help Google in understanding. So, for example, if you have Samsung Galaxy S3, say for example, in white and in black. So when you have an alt text for the black one, you can say, okay, Samsung Galaxy S3 black, and then when you are writing an alt text for white, you can replace the black with white. So that will definitely help a little bit in Google in understanding those images separately. Otherwise, I think it's not a big problem.
Fine. Cool. All right. One more question. Sorry.
Sure, please.
Yeah, just wanted to ask something like when Google is ranking one particular page, so you guys say that there are more than 200 factors to ranking one page. So apart from, let's say, your content part, or let's say your page titles, PR, and this page speed thing, I mean, like, do you also consider the user experience, usability, and the design of the page?
So we would definitely look at the load time, because that is something that affects the user experience.
Okay.
Right. Other than that, I don't think so. We look at the how your website is designed, what kind of animations you have used, or what kind of graphics you have used. These things, I don't think we look at those things. I mean, these are not one of the more than 200 factors that we use.
Alright, then how we can you can say, I mean, like, how engaging our page is. I mean, like, I feel, I mean, somewhere, I mean, like, when you're engaging.
So I think that is very subjective or relative, right? To what kind of audience you have, what kind of niche you're serving. So different people have different tastes. So there is no one authority that can say, okay, this design is the best design compared to the rest of the designs. Some people may feel otherwise, right? So some kind of design may appeal, and to the others, other kind of design may appeal. So it is a very subjective matter, and that can't be taken in consideration for ranking websites.
Okay.
So I think you should try to understand your audience as best as you can and cater to them in the best possible manner to give them the best possible experience.
Fine. All right.
Any more questions, Amit? All right, I guess thanks for joining, guys. So sorry about the confusion earlier. Seems like people weren't able to join. All right, thanks for joining, and we'll be back again in
In a
another
month.
month.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.